Yes, friends, now we will discuss the last part of the Unit 4, that is life insurance uh, topic, the last lecture, lecture part 3. In this video, I would like to discuss the last point, that is the classification of life insurance policy. From the point of view of examination, this discussion is very important because in every year question paper, there is a question appearing for the question for 7 marks or for 10 marks, asking the students to write on the classification of life insurance policy based on duration, profit, and number of people insured like. So therefore, students, please pay more attention on this in understanding the point. It is very simple one, but it is more confusing also. So let us have a discussion on the classification of the life insurance policy. And many a time the question has also been asked on NVT policies. What is NVT policy? What is the difference between life insurance policy and NVT policy? Or short notes on NVT policy. So let us understand each type of insurance in detail. Now the classification of life insurance policy is seen. Life insurance policies can be classified into different categories based on specific basis. Based on the basis of the duration, life insurance policies are classified. On the basis of the profit distribution, life insurance policies are classified. On the basis of number of people insured, on the basis of premium payment, on the basis of payment of insured amount, money back policies, unit linked insurance policy, a new concept, and pension policies, and NVT policies for retirement benefits. So these are the 9 important categories normally which are made to understand the different types of insurance policies. So this is a classification of the insurance policies. Each insurance company is coming with a unique type of policy falling in any of these categories. Any of these categories. But like for example, the life insurance corporation LIC has developed a children money back policy. Children money back policy falls into money back policy category 6. Category 6. There are some Bima Kiran endowment policy, like it falls in the type of duration kind of a profit, the policy. So like that, there are the different type of policies which are developed falling into different categories. That is a classification of the insurance policy. Now we will discuss on the basis of the duration. The first point, on the basis of the duration. On the basis of the duration, the policies can be categorized into three basic types, three basic categories. One is whole life policy. Second one is endowment policy, whole life policy, and endowment policy, and also we have term life policy. This is whole life policy, endowment policy, and term life policy. In a whole life policy, again there are three different type of classification. One is ordinary whole life policy. Second one is a limited period whole life policy. Third one is convertible whole life policy. And again, in endowment policy also, there are four different categories. One is ordinary endowment policy, joint endowment policy, double endowment policy, pure endowment policy. In term policy, term life policy, again there are three categories: straight term life policy, renewal term life policy, then convertible term life policy. So let us understand in detail each one of them. That is uh, uh, on the basis of the duration, the whole life policy first. As the name indicates, the whole life policy, the insurance policy holder has to pay the premium throughout his life. The whole life policy meaning itself says it is a policy for the whole life. What he has to do is he has to pay the premium throughout his life or till specific period. Either it can be, there are two options with the insurance policy holder. He can pay the part insurance premium throughout his life, or else he can pay for some specific period and stop the payment of the premium after that expiry of the time and remain idle till the death happens or specific period happens. After the expiry of that specific period, the insurance policy amount will be made. The compensation will be made to the dependents after the death of the policy holder. Normally, this policy term will be long period, say for example 50 years, 100 years, etc. The term normally more than the estimated life of the insured. If insured live a long life, he may be compensated after the expiry of the policy term, as the case may be. The while the policy types are there are again various types: ordinary whole life policy, limited period whole life policy, and convertible whole life policy. What is an ordinary life whole life policy? The compensation will be paid to the dependents after the death of the policy holder only. In this case, the compensation is compulsorily after the death only. During the lifetime of the person, he has to pay only premium and keep idle. He will not receive any benefit during his lifetime. After the death of the person only, dependents will be paid the compensation. So this type of policy is taken by the policyholder to benefit his dependents. To benefit his dependents. Normally, when the person is engaged in any of the health hazard related jobs and all that, he prefers that death benefit should go to his dependents, family holders. Another type is a limited period whole life policy. In this limited period whole of policy, a long duration will be decided at the time of the contract. Say, for example, 25 years, 30 years, like that. Long duration is decided. If the person survives even after the expiry of the term, he will be compensated. If he dies, his dependents are compensated. And normally, long period is decided. If the person lives, he will be receiving a benefit. If he dies in between, it will be given to his family holders. This is what we call as a whole life policy, that is a limited period whole life policy. So in this case, it is called a limited period basically because the time of the expiry is mentioned here. In the ordinary whole life policy, time of the expiry is the death of the person only. Here no time is mentioned. No time is, as long as the person lives, the policy risk continues and the compensation will be paid only after the death. But in limited period whole life policy, the time period is mentioned. At what particular time the person will be receiving the policy will be mentioned, and the money will be paid after the expiry of the time or after the death of the person, whichever is uh, early. Next one is we have convertible whole life policy. Convertible insurance is a type of life insurance that allows the policyholder to change the term of the policy into a whole life policy. Any other policy plan, he can convert it into any other plan, policy plans, without going through the health qualification process again. In this case, there is a special clause given, option is given to the policyholder at the time of the entry into the contract only, that if at all he wants to change the nature of the policy. Suppose he has taken an ordinary whole life policy where the dependents are supposed to be paid. Now he makes his mind that he wanted a expiry after 10th or 15th year. Then he can ask for the premium modification and go for that option immediately, because that convertibility possibility is given to him. In this case, the insurance policy holder need not require to undergo again a health analysis or give the declaration of the health or give the information relating to his health, because he is considered as a old customer only, and additional benefits are given to him by allowing him to convert into policy conversion. So this is on the basis of duration whole life policy. Now we have one more policy called as endowment policy. An endowment policy is a life insurance contract designed to pay a lump sum after a specific term. In this contract, the person will be paid the lump sum amount after the expiry of the term on its maturity or on the death. Typical maturities are 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, up to a certain age limit. In this case, the insurance policy holder has to pay the premium regularly, and he will not receive any money till the expiry of the time. After the expiry of the time only he will get that particular amount. So duration is the specific time. Specific time. So here some policies are payout in the case of critical illness. There are In times of critical illness, suppose he suffers from any kind of hazardous diseases, critical diseases like tuberculosis, AIDS, cancer, or any other life-threatening diseases, then compensation shall be made at that particular suffering time only. Otherwise, he will be receiving the money after the expiry of the specific time. So now there are four important types of policies in this category: ordinary endowment, joint endowment policy, double endowment policy, and pure endowment policy. Ordinary endowment policy, the policy amount paid either on expiry or term or on the death of the policy holder. Ordinary endowment is either after the term or on the expiry of the term or on the death of the policyholder. Joint endowment policy, under this plan, policies are issued on the lives of two persons and simultaneously cover the risk on the lives of both for the sum assured. The sum assured is payable either at the end of the specified term of 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 35 years, like that, or at earlier death of either of the insured persons, any of the insured persons. For example, a joint policy is taken by husband and wife on the life. If anybody dies early, compensation will be paid. Or if the term of the policy is 20 years, even if both are surviving after 20th year of the expiry of the period, the money will be paid to them. This is called joint endowment policy. So this policy is taken when certain kinds of loans, liabilities are taken jointly by husband and wife or by the partners of the firm together to pay out. If any partner dies or any of the beneficiary dies in between the expiry of the time, so then a single person may not be able to pay out the loans and all that. In order to compensate such kind of things, these kind of policies are normally taken by the clients, customers. Double endowment. Under this policy, if the assured dies during the endowment period, basic sum assured is payable, and if he survives the period, double the sum assured is paid. In this case, it is a unique type of a policy where if the person dies during the endowment period, he will be paid the sum assured. Say, for example, the sum assured is 10 lakhs. If he dies after 10th year, 10th year, he will be paid, his family dependents are paid 10 lakhs, right? 10 lakh amount is paid to him. Suppose if the person is surviving even after the 50th year of the policy, if the term of the policy is 50 years, and if he does not die within 50 years and survives after the 50th year also, he will be paid the double the amount of the values. If it is 10 lakhs rupees policy sum assured, he will be paid 20 lakhs rupees. It is an additional gain that he will be getting it because of his good health and survival benefits. So this is how the endowment, double endowment policy nature is. Then the pure endowment policy, it is an insurance contract promising to pay the insured a stated sum if he survives a specified period, with nothing is payable in case of prior death. It is an insurance contract promising to pay the insurance a stated sum if he survives a specified period, with nothing payable in case of a prior death. Suppose, for example, if the term of the policy is 20 years, it will be paid to him only if he survives 20 years. If he dies in between 20th year, no compensation will be paid to his dependents. So such kind of policy is taken by the people who don't have dependents, and they are expecting the less amount of premium to pay, where the survival, if he survives after the specified period only, he will be compensated. So this is how pure endowment policy is. Now the last type of classification on the basis of duration is a term life policy. Term life insurance, also known as a pure life insurance. It is a life insurance that guarantees a payment of a stated death benefit during a specified term. In this type of policy, the death benefit will be paid to the dependents only. There are three types in it. So in this type of a policy, there is only death benefit. If a person survives, not be paid any amount, but after the death only, he will be provided compensation. Like accident policies, accidental policies, life policies. In this case, if the accident happens and the person dies, only will be compensated. If he does not meet an accident, and even if he meets an accident, does not die, no compensation shall be paid to the policyholders. This is called as term policy. There are three types in it: straight term life policy, renewal term life policy, and then convertible term life policy. What is a straight term life policy? A life insurance policy that provides a coverage only for a certain period of time. Coverage is only for a certain period of time. A straight term insurance policy provide a benefit upon the death of the policyholder, but ceases to provide this benefit if he is still alive when the policy expires. It is a straight line policy. In this case, there is a specific term mentioned. Say, for example, term of the policy is 20 years. The condition is that if the person dies within 20 years, and then compensation will be paid to his dependents. If he does not die within 20 years, if the term expires, no compensation shall be paid to his dependents. Now, the renewal term life policy, a renewable term is a clause in the term insurance policy that allows the beneficiary to extend the coverage term for a set period of time without having or re-qualify for a new coverage. Renewal term is a it's a clause where he is allowed to renew the term of the policy. Suppose, for example, if it is a 10 years policy, if he wants to extend it for 20 years, he can renew the policy for next 20 years without giving any health related informations like that. This is what a renewal term insurance policy. This policy can be continued every year or every uh, 5 years once, to extend the coverage till he dies. After his death, only parent the compensation will be paid to the dependents. So, if he is capable to pay the premium after the expiry of the term, he can continue that policy for next one more term. That is, term is decided as a 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, like that. He can continue that and take the advantage of the policy. Next one is a convertible term life policy. A convertible term policy is like a convertible whole life policy, where it is the insurance policy holder is given a convertible option that he can convert the policy into whole life policy or any other policy as per his convenience. So the list of convertible possibilities are mentioned in the policy document. It is an additional benefit given to the convertible life insurance policy can be converted by the owner into a permanent life insurance policy during a specific period of time without requiring an exam or providing the insured is healthy. Healthy informations are given. No additional informations need to be satisfied. He can convert it into permanent life insurance policy anytime. Next one is on the basis of profit distribution. On the basis of profit distribution, there are certain kinds of policies which may be a term insurance policy or which may be endowment policy, anything, but the nature is the profit distribution. Here, the insurance company gives a portion of the profit that is earned on the accumulated sum of that insurance policy, on the pooled risk of that particular insurance policy holders. If there are 1,000 insurance policy holders taking that particular policy in that particular scheme, if the insurance company earns any benefit on the investment of that particular thing in any company and all that, that dividend which the insurance company receives is distributed. That is called with profit policy, where the policy holder is given the portion of the profit earned by the insurance company on the pooled premium returns. This is called with profit. Without, in the sense, no additional benefits are given except the sum assured. Though profit is retained by the insurance company, it is a without profit policy. There is an option with the person to take that portion in the distribution of the profit in the profit portion, or he can leave the without. If it is a profit portion policy, the insurance premium will be little higher. If it is a without profit policy, insurance premium is normally less. On the basis of number of insured also, any type of policy can be classified into single life insurance policy and joint life insurance policy. A single life insurance policy taken on the life of a single person, then single individual is allowed to take. Like, for example, earning member of the family, husband will take the policy on his life, because if his earning stops, the family need to be compensated. There is a joint life insurance policy taken on the lives of more persons, two or more persons. So in case of joint insurance policy, several people are involved. Say for example, in case of group insurance policies and all that, the employees put together, maybe 10-20 people employees put together are taken a policy. Anyone dies, compensation will be paid to his family holders. So this is how. In case of joint loans taken by the partners of the firm, then both the partners can take a joint policy. Anyone dies before the expiry of the period of the term and all that, the compensation will be paid, which is adjusted against the loan and all. This is a life insurance, the joint life policy. On the basis of premium amount, policy can also be classified into single premium policy, limited period policy, regular premium policy. In single insurance policy, premium policy, the one-time premium will be paid, and the maturity will be for several years. After the several years, several, for example, 20 years policy is taken with a single investment premium, single payment of premium. Say for example, 10 lakhs is paid, and after 20th till the 20 years the life policy survives. During the tenure, if any death happens, or in any case, the 10 lakh sum assured of 1 crore rupees will be paid to the person. So this is what we call a single premium. Limited period policy, in the sense the policy period payment, premium payment will be for specific time. Say for example, the policy term is 25 years, but the insurance policy holder has to pay the premium only for 10 years. After the 10th year, he need not require to pay any premium, but the policy term will remain for next 15 years. If the person dies, or anything happens to his life, dependents will be compensated. That is till the 15th year. After the 15th year, 25th year, if he survives, he can take the benefit of the policy by claiming the maturity amount. Regular premium policy, in the sense it is a policy where regular premium is paid every month, yearly, quarterly, like that, till the maturity of period is attained. In this case, this premium is very less, but frequently the premium has to be paid. So option can be selected by the insurance policy holder at the time of entering into contract, but the premiums will be different. Single insurance premium will be little costlier, limited period will be little costlier. Regular premium payment, premium amount may be cheap, but if you put together the annuity value of the premium, it is costlier than the single premium or limited period policy premiums, like that. Then on the basis of payment of insured amount, amount of insurance amount, there are two types of policy. One is called lump sum payment policy. Lump sum payment policy, in the sense when the maturity happens, the whole amount will be paid. Say if it is a 15 years policy, after the 15th year, the some assured value, say for example 15 lakhs, will be paid to him in a one shot. But there are certain kinds of policies which is installment payment. Installment payment, in the sense after 10th year, 50% of the money will be paid. After the 20th year, 20% of the money will be paid. After that, another 5 years, another 5% will be paid. Like that, the after specific time interval, the money is paid back to that particular person. So maturity money will be paid in different installments. This is called installment payment policy. Now we have one more category called money back policies. In certain cases, the insurance policy holder is not interested to pay the premium regularly and get the money in time, specific time intervals. There are certain things happening with him. So in order to get that expenditures to be met, he is expecting the maturity amount in between. So in such cases, money back policies are highly appreciated. Say for example, when the person gets married, will get the children education will start after the 10th year of the 15th year of the marriage or something like that. So he can take a policy period, longer policy period, and get the benefit. Money back will start after the 10th year of the policy, when the children come to a particular stage, for example 10th standard, or in the 7th standard, maturity benefit he is expecting for meeting the education expenditure. So he will be expecting the money back. So like that, in this case of policy, money back policies are basically an extension of the endowment policy itself, wherein the policy holder receives a fixed amount at a specific intervals throughout the duration of the policy. In the event of the unfortunate death of the policy policyholder the full sum assured paid to the beneficiaries. Say for example, if it is a 50 years policy, every 5 years he will get a benefit. That is called a money back policy. Say for example, sum assured value is 10 lakh, 10 lakhs, and the time interval is say for example 10 years. Say for example, sorry, 100 years. After every 10th year, he will receive 10% of the value, 10% of the sum assured value. Suppose in case in any of the time interval he dies before the maturity of the time, the dependents will get the remaining full amount value. Say for example, if it is 10 lakhs, first installment is paid to him, first money back is 10%, that is he is paid 1 lakh rupees. 1 lakh rupees, 9 lakh rupees are remaining on the sum assured value. Suppose if the person dies after the first receipt of the first money back period, then 9 lakh rupees will be paid to the dependents in short. Otherwise, if he leaves it after next 5 years, he will be paid another 10%. Like that, 50 years policy paid 10% of the policy value to the extent of money. So next one is unit linked investment policies. It is a new concept which has emerged in. Now the insurance companies are not only insuring the money, but also giving a priority of investments also for the clients. Therefore, in unit linked policy, the agreement, separate agreement is made by the insurance company that policy is having a two mixture, that is investment in insurance, investment in stock exchange operations, and some portion will be invested towards insurance. So both the features are added. In unit linked policies belong to insurance cum investment category, where one gets to enjoy the benefits of both the insurance and investment, while a part of the monthly premium payout goes towards insurance cover. The remaining money is invested in various types of funds that invest debt and equity business equity instruments. Unit linked investment policies plans are more or less similar to comparison to mutual funds, except for the difference that ULIPs offer the additional benefit of insurance, whereas ULIPs offer additional benefit of insurance. This is similar to mutual fund itself, but in mutual fund there is no insurance benefit. But in unit linked policy, not only you are getting the services like similar to the mutual funds, but also you are getting the services of what you call as insurance. So where the product is developed in such a way that some portion will go to the stock exchange market or in debt equity instruments, and some portion will go to the insurance coverage, like that. Then last we have pension policies. Pension policies are the policies taken for benefit after the retirement. The people who are earning members right now after the age of 58 or 60 or 62, as the case may be, depending on the organization or sectors in which they work, after the expiry of that particular retirement time, their income will stop. So when the income stops, they expect that the fund should sufficiently help them to get the pension. So these are called as pension policies. Let individuals determine a fixed stream of income post retirement. After the retirement, how much income they want, they can decide. Based on that, a term premium is decided, and every month salary, this money will be deducted and separately invested in the insurance policies. And these insurance organizations will provide a pension policies, accumulating that. It is also called as annuity policies. Annuity policies. So these called as every year the some portion of the salary will go to the pension fund, and this pension fund is managed by the insurance companies like State Bank of India Insurance Company, Unit Trust of India Insurance Company, and also Life Insurance Company. These will develop that particular new pension schemes and provide the pension at the after the expiry of the service period. There are again several types of pension plans that cater to the different investment needs. Now it is recognized as an insurance product and being regulated directly by the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority, IRDAI. Now we will discuss the last that is a in extension of this insurance pension policies, annuity annuity policies. They are called as pension policies itself, but it's denoted as an annuity. So now, after 2006, the state governments and central governments have stopped the old pension scheme. Now there is a contributory pension scheme called NPS, New Pension Scheme. In this, any government employee who receives the salary every year, the 10% of that salary will be deducted from the salary paid to the employee, and the similar 10% will be contributed by the employer, that is a government. And total of the 20% of the amount of the basic salary, basic payment, will be contributed in the NPS, that is the annuity schemes. And these annuity schemes are developed by insurance corporations, insurance companies, and these annuities received. And after the annuity is received continuously, a lump sum corpus is created. At that, after the retirement time, the lump sum amount will be paid to the insurance person. Some portion of the contributed money will be paid as lump sum, and it is, and every year, every month, he will be paid the salary, that is pension amount, what is called as a superannuation amount, every month out of the contributed sum, that is portion of the contributed sum. If, for example, there is a 40-60 percentage at the time of retirement, in the sense that when the person attains the age of 62 and the total contributed fund is say uh, around 50 lakhs, 50 lakhs, 40% of the 50 lakhs will be given him as a lump sum amount. Then remaining 60%, that is 30 lakhs, which is kept with the insurance company. And out of 30 lakhs, whatever the interest it gains will be paid to him a fixed rate of salary, that is a pension amount, throughout his survival. After the death, the dependents can get that another 30 lakhs rupees as a lump sum payment. So this is what we call as annuity system of these things. It is not given, this policy is not given to everyone. Annuity kind of a insurance policy will be given only to those who are expecting the pension payments, who are serving in regular services and expecting the pension at the time of the after the retirement age. Now the retirement age in state government is 60 years, and in some central government services it is 62 years. After the 60 years or 62 years of the complete service, he will be receiving that if he has an annuity policy. Now there are types of annuity policies. There are two types of annuity policies: fixed annuity policy and variable annuity policy. In case of fixed annuity policy, the specific amount of a pension will be paid every month till the survival of the person. Variable annuity policy, in the sense that depending on the market returns, the returns will be changing. There are two options with him. Investor in the annuity policies can decide whether he wants a fixed amount of annuity or variable. If it is a variable, it is subject to the changes of the interest rate. If the market returns are 12%, 20%, 25%, whatever the sum comes, it is given to him. It may be more in some months, it may be less in some months. But in fixed rate policy, 50% of the retirement last salary drawn, if you decide, if your last salary drawn is of 1 lakh rupees, 50 lakhs rupees, if you want salary every month throughout your life, it is decided like that. It's called as fixed annuity. This one, there is a specific difference between the annuity policy and life insurance policy. In case of annuity contract, liquidates gradually the accumulated funds. Accumulated funds are liquidated gradually. In life insurance policy, it provides a gradual accumulation of funds. In case of annuity policy, the funds are collected in a small amount during the service of the person. After the retirement, the whole amount will be get liquidated. But in case of life insurance policy, gradually the amount accumulation happens. It provides a gradual accumulation of the funds. And in case of annuity contract, it is taken for one's own benefit. That is for his retirement requirements and all that. But in case of life insurance, it is generally for the benefit of the dependents. If the earning member dies, dependents will be given the compensation. So here, and Yes. Yes, we were discussing the difference. The third difference is the payment stops at the death. The payment of the returns will be stopped at the death. Whereas in case of life insurance, after the death only, the payment shall be made to the dependents. The payment stops at the death, that regular returns, and the lump sum amount will be paid to the dependents if it is enter the contract is entered into like that. But in case of life insurance, the payment is usually given at the death. Now the premium is calculated on the basis of the longevity of the annuitant. Longevity means the level of services, how many years of services are left. So that much of years are calculated for the premium. But here the premium is based on the mortality of the policyholder. That is a survival possibility. Here survival of the life of the person is taken into consideration in life insurance, whereas in case of annuity, the services of the person is taken into consideration. So here our lecture part 3 of unit 4 comes to an end. Any questions relating to the uh, uh, discussion, you can ask it in WhatsApp group. So thank you one and all.